morning. It's time for Community Matters on Y101. Today's show is brought to you by these great sponsors. Appling Healthcare in Baxley, Vidalia Federal in Vidalia and Lyons, Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, and by Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton. Now let's talk about what's happening in our community with your host, Tony Doc Wardlaw.
I'm your host, the Doc, and I'm excited to have you with us on this morning. Listen, I'm very happy this morning because my producer this morning is none other than the lady herself, Miss Robin Watson, our general manager. So
we don't have an applause track for that.
Right.
We need an applause track.
So hopefully you can hear the excitement in my voice. And as you've already heard, this morning we have the one and the only, the man himself, our city manager.
Mr. And aren't we glad there's only one?
Only one.
Man.
It's good to have you with us.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. I like doing this. This is fun.
Is that right?
Yeah. Robin, he acted like he was all for you, but a while ago he was doubting your skill level, so I'm going to call him out on that.
Oh, boy. No, it's it's just it's good to have her here.
Oh yeah,
and we think the world of Robin. And so,
well, you and Robin. Let's see, you and Robin both are members of our line. I know Robin's a member of the Lions Club.
Mm-hmm. I am.
Do you just come and eat, or you're actually a member?
I'm trying to do something every now and then.
But yeah, so I get to see you guys twice a month, I think. So that's awesome.
That's good. Well, we got you here. On last week, we had the city manager for Vidalia.
Yeah. Why do I always follow Nick?
Well, actually, let me. Or
am I ahead?
You were here, if you can remember, a couple months ago.
That's right.
We had you on the show, and you came in and you gave us an update then.
Right.
We were talking about the T-Splosh, which
That's
passed,
right.
by the way.
Yes, it did. Thank goodness.
And so then we brought Nick in, and now we're closing it up and bringing you back in again because we've got some new things going on.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And back to T-Splosh. T-Splosh did pass, and I'm so excited about that. That is a great revenue source for our cities, especially our small cities. And if you want to ride on a T-Splosh road, we just finished Oglethorpe.
All right.
So if you turn off of the highway right there past Georgia Pine Straw and hit Oglethorpe, go right in front of Robert Toombs. That was a T-Splosh project from our last T-Splosh. So that was our final band, and it is completely finished. They just finished the shoulders the other day, and it looks good. Now, you're tempted to go really fast on it. Slow down.
Yeah,
don't go fast.
Coming in this morning, I was glad I was going the speed limit. We had some of ours and it's just keeping the city safe, making sure that we get to where we got to get to safely.
Yeah, Victory Drive is a speedway, so we have to slow people down.
So we're appreciative of that.
We got a lot of people that live on Victory Drive.
Right.
So, anyway, but yes, so I'm not following Nick. Nick is following me. Let's make sure we understand that.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be happy to know that. And he actually talked about you and John.
Yes.
All of you really working well together, and that's
we do.
Good for our community.
We had lunch last week. We try to have lunch the first week of the month. Sit down as a group, and you're more powerful when you're together. So you're not fighting against each other.
That's good.
When you go to a state function or even a federal function, maybe trying to get some federal money, when you walk into the room and you have three mayors and three city managers and a county manager there, you demand a little bit of a presence.
That's good.
Because fighting one small city may be easy, but fighting two cities and a county is a little harder. So it works.
Well, and that's the beauty about our community.
Absolutely.
The synergy and all of us coming together, and that's why I love this community, and we're just grateful to have you a part of it and leading us in that direction. You've brought on some additional help since the last time I saw you.
I have. We've added to our team at City Hall and at the city Allysa Marsicano. has joined our team, and she's doing a lot of public relations with us. I think you hear her voice on the station from time to time right now about the subject we're going to talk about. Alyssa's got a good background in public relations. She does a great job. She actually spoke to the council last night and did a great job.
Excellent.
Introduced this Text My Gov project to the council last night, and is doing some other internal internal projects for us as well. So we're excited to have her on board.
Good. Allysa, you're here with us this morning. Let everybody hear that beautiful radio voice you have. I know they're listening to your PSA because everybody's listening to Fox Y101, right? Yes.
Yes. Good morning, Toombs County.
Amen. That's good. So how's it been with coming in and working with the city?
I've enjoyed it a lot. All of us that do put ourselves through school, this is something I actually went to college for, graduated with a communications degree. So here I am 24 years later, living up to that potential, learning a lot about the politics that go on in our community, meeting a lot of new faces, and as Jason said, we're rolling out some great things internally and externally.
Well, we all kind of live by our cell phones. I mean, I can be down the road, maybe a county away, and realize I left my cell phone. I will turn all the way around to go get it. You know, it's like you live by it. And so it's a good thing about the new technology that we have. Do you want to share with our listeners some of the good things that we've got going on now with Lions?
So as Jason mentioned, we're promoting Text My Gov. You could type in the number that you can find on our website, which is www.lionsga.gov, or you could type in 91896, and then you'll type LYONS, and that's going to give you updates on weather, warnings, police beats, road closures, and events that go on in the community.
Okay, great. And so we're appreciative. How did this come about?
I'm going to pass that on to Jason.
You're right, Tony. We kind of live and die by our phones, and fortunately or unfortunately, social media has become a mainstay.
It is.
Social media is great, but when you want to get something out fast, we're not constantly going to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram account. We may see those notifications, but if it's something important, most people, I would say the vast majority, probably 96, 97% of us, we receive text messages.
That's right.
And this platform, now this is no different than the platform that Videa introduced about 4 months ago.
Okay.
Actually, same company. We partnered with the same company. We use the same company Videa does on a lot of our software. And this company allows our citizens, our residents, or even county residents to opt into certain notification groups.
Okay.
So you can opt into the Lions notification group. You can opt into the Videa notifications group. In the next couple of months, we're going to have a recreation notification group. So, and that's important because some of us don't have kids in recreation anymore, so we don't particularly care when the games get rained out. And we don't, so you may want to be in that recreation group. You may not want to be in that recreation group, but I think all of our residents want to be in this city group because these are going to be important notifications. Recently, when we were paving Oglethorpe is a thoroughfare for a lot of our citizens, a lot of our residents, even some of our county residents that come through Lions, getting to other places, and it was important to let people know that Oglethorpe was going to be closed. Sure. Part of Oglethorpe was down to one lane for a whole day.
Right.
So, we posted that on Facebook. We got a good bit of exposure for that, but this is immediate. So you get that notification on your phone, you're going to look at your text message. Whether you, it's almost habit now.
Yeah.
When that little notification goes off, we all reach for our pocket and pull it out.
That's right.
So this is a great way to communicate those important notifications. Now, we're not going to bombard you with crazy stuff, like, have a great day, or, hey, it's sunny today outside. These are going to be important notifications. These are going to be water's going to be off in a section of town for a certain amount of time tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Roads are going to be closed. There's an accident on the highway, and you need to avoid that area. So those are the things that we're going to try to get out and get those out quickly. And we're getting a good bit of traffic on this right now. I know our numbers are up. A lot of people have signed up for it, and it's really simple. Now, if you don't have a full data plan, you may get a little ding, but I looked at the numbers the other day, I looked at a study the other day, and there's very, very few that do not have data plans now.
That's right.
Data is what we live and die by.
It's almost mandatory.
Absolutely. So if you have a data plan that doesn't ding you, these things are going to come into your phone, and you're never going to see a charge for them. But again, it's very simple. You just go to your Messenger app and you type 91896, and then you send the word Lions, Lyons, and you'll get a little reply back that says, "Hey, thanks for signing up for this," or something like that, and it'll ask you to respond by saying yes. Yeah. Now make sure you respond by saying yes, because I did that the other day and I forgot to respond. And I thought they had forgot to send out the notification that I asked them to send out, and actually it was a mistake on my part. So
putting in the yes.
That's
right. Got to say yes, Jason.
You got to say yes. So you say yes to that, and then you start getting these notifications.
And this is good because I remember, just recently, you want to know something, you end up calling the radio station, or you call the police department and ask these questions, call the city when they're open. Hey, is this going on? But now with this, you just simply go ahead and do the text and sign up for this, and you get it automatically.
Yeah, we're trying to get ahead of the game. We're trying to get our citizens and our residents informed. That's one of our goals, and has been a goal for the last couple of years for this administration, is to make sure that we're being more transparent, more open to our residents. We are, I think, one of the most open cities around here. You can log into our website. If you haven't been to our website, you should check it out. It's lionsga.org, and you can view everything from minutes from meetings that we've had, agendas for upcoming meetings. Our financial statements are on there. They are completely transparent.
Everything.
Our budgets are posted on there. Our last year's audit is posted on there. This year's audit is about to be posted on there. As soon as we get it adopted by the council. So, we're completely transparent about what we do, and all of that information can be done through our website.
Great.
It goes so far as you can go on, and if you've got a kid that played recreation sports, you can go on there and see how many games they won and lost.
Look at that.
Yeah. You can register your kid for upcoming sports. You can rent buildings at Parton Park through that website. And it is very, very user-friendly and provides a lot of information.
Excellent. Well, we're excited to hear all of the good things that are happening in Lyons. We're going to take a break, and then after we come from the break, I want to talk more about some other big things that are happening here in the city. And I just want to make sure that we are aware of everything that's going on. So stay with us. Don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back right after this break.
Are you tired of your home loan being sold at countless times to another bank in the secondary market? Here at Vidalia Federal, we are your local bank that holds your mortgage for the entire life of the loan. No more letters in the mail saying your mortgage has been sold. And did you hear we just dropped our interest rates? This is Julia McKenzie with Vidalia Federal Savings Bank. Call me at 912-537-8805 or come see me at our Vidalia branch and let me help you with your next purchase or refinance. It would be my pleasure to serve you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The picture of health, the picture of health.
Would you like to improve your energy? How about getting better sleep? It can start with a simple test. Find out how you can start feeling better with bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. Schedule an appointment with Matt Hodges, family nurse practitioner, Appling Healthcare certified biotech provider. The biotech method of pellet therapy can improve your energy, sleep, weight, and libido. Call 912-367-4122 and start feeling better today.
At At Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, we're here to serve our community by providing all your transport needs. We offer non-emergent, non-medical transport by stretchers, wheelchairs, and ambulatory vehicles. We can transport to medical offices, dental facilities, vision, pharmacies, family events, and now we can transport your pets to the vet. We offer private pay, so for a ride above the rest, call Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde at 912-594-1812.
Spring has sprung in South Georgia. This is Anthony J. with Todd Paget Housing Center, and we're inviting you to come visit our spring selections. While all the other dealerships are bare like trees in winter, we've got a variety of homes blossoming in our Super Sales Center. We've got a bouquet of single and double wides of all square foot sizes. So don't let your dream of home ownership harden. Come pick out your new home today and plant it on your special piece of garden. We're right off of Highway 280 in Claxton. Todd Paget Housing Center, packing the homes deep so you can have your own place to sleep.
Welcome back to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, The Doc, and we appreciate you traveling with us. We have in the studio with us none other than the man himself, Mr. Jason Hall, City Manager for Lyons, the great city of Lyons, and also Miss Allysa Marsicano. Allysa Marsicano is now working with the City of Lyons and handling a lot of our PR and marketing. And we're talking about the new technology we have for notifications for the city. And I just would like for you to give us one more time the number.
Yeah.
And just give us just a quick overview again of how we sign up for that.
Absolutely. So just go to your texting app, whatever you use, and type the word Lyons, or text the word Lyons, Lyons, to 91896.
Okay.
You'll get an immediate response that'll welcome you to the text alert system, and it'll ask you to respond by saying yes if you would like to receive those notifications. And when you type yes, you don't have to do anything else. From time to time, when there's something that we need to get out, you'll just get a text message from that number. Excellent. And it'll say, hey, the road is closed at, I hate to keep using Oglethorpe. That's what I drove in on, Oglethorpe and Victory today.
Right.
Avoid that area. And those are things that residents in our area are going to need to know.
That's right.
We're not going to bombard you with a bunch of stuff. We're going to send you out pertinent and important information. So that's Lyons, Lyons, to 91896.
All right. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I hope that we all will take advantage of this technology. I mean, it's good for us, and it'll help us out, especially when I'm trying to get to work on time and I need to know if Victory's closed down.
Absolutely.
So what else do we have going on with the city, brother?
Well, I wanted to let everyone know about a project that we actually won. Every year we bid for what they call practoriums at the University of Georgia.
All right.
These are student projects, and we present them an idea for a project, and they go and they pick from these ideas, or all cities do, not just us. Well, we got the word last year, actually the first of this year, that our project had been chosen.
Oh, wow.
And so we've been working with the professor there at UGA, and Eric Zimmerman. I love his name.
Yeah.
And Eric brought a team of, I think, 10 students to our area on May the 23rd and 24th. And our project was, we wanted to, housing is an issue. Housing is an issue in Lyons and Toombs County and Vidalia. It's an issue nationwide.
Yeah.
We have a lot of industries that have come into our area, and with industry comes people. With people comes the need for housing, and we have an issue with housing right now. So we wanted to know why we have this issue.
Okay.
So we prepared a study for these students to do, where they went out and they touched every property in the city limits of Lyons. They touched it by looking at it, evaluating it, taking a photo of it, and kind of categorizing it. So is it occupied? Is it residential? Is it unoccupied? Is it a vacant lot? And then the condition of that lot. Is it inhabitable? Is it uninhabitable? Because we want to be able to take that data now, along with the new census data. And we want to be able to go out and try to grab some state and federal money for our area to improve housing. And data is, these grants are data driven. You've got to prove, low to moderate income. You've got to prove need. So, and how do we do that as a staff of, 5 or 6 people?
Right.
we partner with people like UGA. They came in and they spent 2 days.
Okay.
They touched over 2,000 parcels in 2 days. Yeah, they worked hard.
They were moving.
They were moving. And if you live in Lyons, you may have seen them. They would stand at the road. It would be 2 students. They would take a picture of the property, and then they take a moment to fill out on a iPhone some data about that property. And then we compiled all that data, and we're going to take that data. We're going to use that to go out for some grants. I sat in on the students' presentations day before yesterday, on Monday afternoon, and or Monday evening, actually. I sat in on the students' presentations, and I tell you 2 things I got from it. Number one, our community is very gracious to visitors. Excellent. All of them just were extremely complimentary of how our community welcomed them.
That's good.
They loved our restaurants. They loved the park. They played disc golf. They had a great time.
So it wasn't all work.
It wasn't all work. No. They stopped at about 5 or 6 o'clock. I think they stayed at a hotel there in Vidalia, and they toured. They kind of spent some time in town. The second thing that was interesting to me is the depth of the data that we got. The percentage of vacant lots that we have inside the city limits is a lot higher than I thought it was. Wow. The percentage of homes that are in need of some sort of help was a lot higher than I thought it was. So that data is what we're going to take, and we're going to start pursuing some grants. We're going to engage the Heart of Georgia and try to grab some money from the feds and from the state to help us here in Lyons.
When you say the homes are in need of some type of help, can you tell us what you mean by that?
So some of the things they were looking for was a telltale sign of a house in disrepair is broken windows. I don't know if you've ever read the broken window theory, but broken windows, is usually a sign of a home that has been left in disrepair. Right. It may not be attended to as well as it should. Roofs that are in need of repair. Safety as far as maybe steps going up into the house, foundations and things like that. And those are some things that we can use and say, hey, here's our percentage. Right. These are areas that need the help. There are federal and state funds out there that can help that.
Oh, wow.
So that's what we're going to work on now. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to happen overnight. Right. And these grants are extremely competitive. Yeah. So we're going against cities that are much larger than us. We're going against communities that are probably better prepared than we are. But this is one step to get us in the game by getting this data. And it didn't cost the city anything.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, how will these funds be used or in relation to the homeowners, or the property owners?
And that's a great question, and it's going to be dependent upon the type of funds we get. There are funds out there that are set up to provide low-interest loans for homeowners to do repairs. There are funds out there that homeowners, property owners can use to, grants, partial grants, partial loans. But again, remember, those are extremely competitive. So for us to even get that pool of money, we've got to fight. And the way you fight for these grants is you overload the grant application with data. And you can't say, we believe that there's a need for this.
We will have the definitive numbers because we had people walking for 2 days collecting this data.
Yes. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to fight for some grant money. And again, I don't see this happening overnight. I don't see it happening in the next 12 months. A lot of these grants, you can ask grant writers, you apply for them 2 or 3 times before you win them. Wow. So those are things that I'm a big believer that you plant trees that you'll never get to enjoy the shade of.
Okay. Wow.
So this is what we're doing.
Is that a Jason Hall?
That is not a Jason Hall. No, I don't know who did that. Somebody look that up real quick. It wasn't mine. But that's what we're doing. We're planting these trees because I want my kids to be able to live under the shade of those trees. Excellent. If we don't do anything, we're not going to fix the problem.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. So this was one step, and UGA was a huge benefit to us. You do not realize the amount. Eric and I did a calculation. I think if we did our numbers right, those 2 days equaled almost 700 hours of work.
Wow.
if a grant, if a data gathering person, an engineer makes $20 an hour, that's what we've just saved the city by getting this Practorium. Yeah, I'm telling you. And it was a big win for the city. We're excited. Willis got to speak to the students when they got here on the 23rd, and he was just overjoyed with the quality of students that were brought in. These are MPA students, so they're moving in that direction anyway. They're studying politics. So
I gotta ask me. I gotta ask who is the brainchild behind this? Whose idea was it to pull all this together or present this to the university?
We've actually presented this we've presented this project for the last 3 years running.
Okay.
But UGA gets presented with a huge amount of projects. Consistency and being able to do it each year, I think, is what helped us.
Right.
So we've presented this project for 3 years. They chose it this year, and I'm getting ready for next year. I've got another one that I would like to present, so we're going to do that and see if we can, grab another one.
Are you being modest this morning? Are you the man behind this, or is it Willis?
It's Willis.
Okay.
It's Willis. You know what, Tony? It's a team effort. We at the city, we're always thinking of ways to stretch a dollar and to make our community better. I'm a member of the Georgia a member of the Georgia Managers Association. Willis is a member of GMA. We pride ourselves in going to these conferences, and when we're there, we get exposed to these things. And several years ago, I was exposed to the fact that GMA does these programs.
Right.
And so it's nothing that I thought up. It was something that I sat in a class one day and went, oh, yeah, we can do this. And I wrote myself a note. Right. We created the project, and then we sent it on to UGA.
That's good.
And, with full support of the council, with full support of the staff. I mean, our staff was great. Allysa fed them food 3 times those 2 days they were here. Right. Willis went up there and spoke with them, and, we welcomed them in our community. And that's the way we do a lot of these programs that we get.
I want to say, we're from a small community and we know everybody by their first names and on a first name basis, but I do want to let our listeners know when we say Willis, we are talking about Mr. Mayor Neesmith, okay? So I want to make sure.
Yeah, I should have referred to him as Mayor Neesmith.
No,
the Honorable Mayor Neesmith.
The Honorable. But no, that's good, man. Yeah. Thank you all for doing these things. I mean, these kinds of things that we need to know about that's happening behind the scenes that are helping to really keep us on the map and make our community even better.
Yeah, and I always tell people, the wheels of government, they do move slow. We had somebody call and ask when the kids were out or the students were out front taking pictures, well, how do I take advantage of this? And I had to slow them down because you got to think of all the cities that are in the state of Georgia and all the cities that are in the nation, and we're one of many, and so we have to really make ourselves unique and fight for those funds. So it's not something that's going to happen today. It's not something that's probably going to happen in the next 12 to 24 months. But we've made one step closer to it. Yeah.
That's good. Well, we've seen our city streets beautified over the last couple of weeks.
We have.
And before we go, I'd just like to have you kind of say something about that.
Yeah, if you drive down Victory Drive right now, you're going to be presented with a display of people that have given time and sweat, and some even gave their own lives to protect these freedoms that we fight for every day.
That's right.
And the Lions Club, the Lions Club of Lions has, for the last several years now, put out a display of crosses and flags for our veterans that lived at some point in time in Toombs County.
Excellent.
And these crosses are provided usually by family members or friends of those veterans that have passed. And we put their name on there where they served. And then we put a full-size American flag and we run it up and down Victory Drive. As a matter of fact, we're about to fill Victory Drive completely up. I think we have 9 more slots.
Look at that.
And then the Lions Club has got to figure out where we're going next.
Okay.
We get about 13 new applications every display. And, that has grown to, I think, around 240-something flags.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it is a joint effort between the Lions Club, several of the schools, and the city of Lyons. The Public Works Department has kind of adopted this program.
Mm-hmm.
They love this program. They build the crosses, so they'll clock out at 4:30 in the afternoon,
Look at that.
and then they'll hang around the shop. And the Lions Club buys the materials, and they'll hang around the shop, and they'll build these crosses. They'll paint these crosses, and then we order the face plates from the Department of Corrections, and they put those together. And then the morning of the display, our Public Works guys will get here. Actually, they usually beat me here. I go get them breakfast, but they will get here early, and they will load those crosses up, and they start setting those crosses out. And we have a lot of volunteers that show up on those days to set them out. And then they will be pulled back up this coming Monday. Our Public Works guys will be out there early that morning, and they'll pull those crosses up.
And they'll go back out again when?
They go out on Memorial. They go out a week before Memorial Day, and they stay out till the week after Memorial Day, and then they go up a week before Veterans Day and go out and stay out a week after. So they're up about 6 weeks out of the year.
And how do you submit an application?
Absolutely. That's a great question. I'm glad you said that. The easiest way, if you're on social media, is to find the Lions Club social media page on Facebook.
Okay.
There's a little link at the left-hand side that says Veterans Memorial Cross, and you click on that link, and it pulls up a PDF. You can print that PDF, fill it out, and send it in to the address at the bottom of that PDF. Or you can Google Lions Club, Lyons, and it takes you to our web page, and at the top left-hand corner, there's a link to that PDF as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. Maybe that's something we can, we'll get with our persons who handles our computers, and maybe that's something we can have on tcbbroadcasting.com, and that'll help also. So we thank you.
Yeah.
It's been great having you always.
I enjoy it, man.
You're getting good at this, man.
I'm trying.
And thank you also, Allysa, for coming in. And you're getting rave reviews already. We've heard from the voice of the dogs, Mr. Eddie Toole, this morning. He said shouts out to him. He says Allysa is top shelf.
There you go.
Thank you.
Want to let you
Mr.
know
Eddie.
that. So again, we thank both of you for the work that you're doing, and all of our elected officials and our city staff.
Absolutely.
We thank you very much for all
Thanks for
that
having
you
us,
do.
Tony. Thank you.
Always good, again, to have all of you with us. Thank Ms. Dorothy Davis for being with us this morning as well. Go to our website, tcbbroadcasting.com, and you can review this again if you still didn't have a chance to write that number down. Don't lose. All hope is not gone. Just keep listening to the station. We've got the PSA that is being aired on our station, as well as you can go to our website. Again, such a blessing to have Robin with us this morning as our producer. Shouts out to Dave on this morning, who's on vacation. We wish him well. And again, thank all of you. I'm your host, The Doc. This has been Community Matters. Come back again on next week, same place, same time, and we'll do this again. God bless you. Have a good day.
You've been listening to Community Matters, a service of TCB Broadcasting. Today's show was brought to you by Todd Padgett Housing Center in Claxton, Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, Vidalia Federal in Vidalia and Lyons, and by Appling Healthcare in Baxley. Tune in next week at 8:15 during Y101's live morning show for another special guest. We'll talk about what's happening right here in our hometown. Community Matters is a service of TCB Broadcasting on Country Legends Y101, The Fox.